What is going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video, back with episode 15 of Versatile After Hours. Yes, this is a visual and audio podcast. You can catch the audio podcast on most likely your favorite podcast platform. If you want to continue to catch the visual podcast, it's here every Saturday on this channel. And of course, I post other videos, tech related, Funko Pop related, and whatever crosses my mind, camera gear, what it is. It'll be on this channel. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that way you guys stay informed when I drop videos. Now, let's get into this podcast episode. And it's going to be a little short, on the shorter side, just because, again, not as much news is going around that because of, Ronnie V. But I did want to talk about something real quick that was so just mind-blowing to see. And that is the episode 11 of the Clone Wars. Like, I don't know if you guys are into Star Wars like that. I know some of you guys are, like Ray out there, JB. Like, yo, you gotta catch episode 11. Like, the 4-part series starts at episode 9 and it goes to episode 12. And this 4-part series focuses on like the events right before and right at the beginning of like the execution of Order 66, Anakin going to the dark side, taking out Mace Windu. All of that is jam-packed, and I wouldn't say jam-packed, but it's across these 4 episodes, and these 4 episodes are about 5 to 10 minutes longer than usual. So now each episode is between like 25 and 30 minutes. So we're basically getting almost a movie just split up in 4 episodes, like a 2-hour movie split up in 4 episodes, detailing different perspectives of Order 66 and what Jedis are doing what and who's where, what Darth Maul is doing, and the Siege of Mandalore that kind of feeds into the Mandalorian and stuff like that. So if you haven't already, catch that. What a tremendous episode. I'm not going to spoil anything for episode 11 since it just dropped Friday or yesterday, and episode 12, the final episode, drops Monday on May the 4th. Be with you. So I just wanted to highlight that real quick. The first thing we're going to talk about today is gaming stuff. Even though it's still lighthearted, it's still gaming stuff. The Last of Us 2 finally has a new release date. It was only pushed off about 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. And a lot of people think it's because of those massive leaks that detailed the entire plot, the ending, game footage, and all that. It's like, who got that footage and all that info to actually leak? Well, Sony did an investigation on it and found who it was, and they are not related to Sony Enterprises or Naughty Dog. So I guess that's good news to hear that there was no sour or bitterness in terms of employees being disgruntled and trying to ruin basically their career, but then also an experience that so many of us are looking forward to. So good to see that. Seems like it's starting to reach resolution. Ghost of Tsushima also got pushed off 2 to 3 weeks. They basically were a month apart, and they still are. It got pushed from June 26th to July 17th. So, right after you're done playing Last of Us 2, gear up and get ready for Ghost of Tsushima. And it's nice to see that with Sony pulling those dates still closer to their release dates, the original release dates. Well, I guess Naughty Dog's second original release date, because The Last of Us 2 was supposed to come out in February and got pushed to May. So when we're keeping that May date in mind, it just shows that Sony is really trying to close the door on these PlayStation 4 / current gen games. So that way they can just exclusively talk about PS5 going forward. And with holiday 2020 ever approaching, since time is just flying by right now, no wonder why they only push things off by a few weeks, because they really want to get these games out so that way the focus now can be on PlayStation 5 and what comes out for that. Now, we did get to see Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's a Viking era game, which is going to be amazing. And that, likewise, is coming out holiday 2020. And then the world premiere trailer that we got to see for it focused on the Xbox Series X. And I know it was cinematic footage, but it also very much so felt like there could have been some in-game footage. Like, that could be what next-gen graphics look like. And I'm hyped. Now, Xbox seems like they're running hard with the marketing for this because, one, they're able to do so. They've already put their guts out in terms of the Xbox Series X. And 2, Sony hasn't pushed anything out for the PlayStation 5 yet. So, Ubisoft and can't really advertise for the PlayStation 5 when the PlayStation 5 itself hasn't showed its head yet. So that's understandable. But once PS5 finally does so, some people think it's this month in May that we'll finally get some official reveal of the PlayStation 5, the body, and hopefully like an official presentation. And then, of course, whatever game conferences that take place over the summer will, of course, detail more and more about the PS5 or the games that are to come. So we got to see that. Holiday 2020 is coming fast, and they're trying to close the chapter on current gen, because although The Last of Us 2 and Ghost may get like a software update, I don't think they're going to get a new game release on the new platform. I think it's going to be more of like a software update for PS5 to actually take advantage of the new engine and hardware components. So, it's coming fast, man. It's coming fast. I can't believe we're already here. Like, and it's nice to see Sony actually at least kind of trying from that perspective to be like, look, we're about to full steam ahead, hyper focus on PS5, probably starting the fall or after July for sure. Next, we got the next gen Xbox games start to be revealed this coming week. Starting Monday. I think they got a lot of Inside Xbox like segments set up, and it's also supposed to coincide with the Summer Game Fest that Jeff Keighley's got going on, that he's kind of started up, and PlayStation 5 is supposed to be part of that. So it's going to be a lot of next gen talk, and it's a way for us to still get some gaming content despite a lot of game conferences having to cancel due to Ronnie V. So to me, that's cool. Of course, we want additional information. We want to see game footage. We want to see some good trailers. Just keep us vitalized in this time, because at first we didn't know about when The Last of Us was coming out, or when Ghost was changing their or postponing their release date. And so now that we have that, that's a sigh of relief. But then now we should be able to definitely get some more gameplay footage or trailers or some more inside looks into those games in particular, but then just games overall, since E3 is not taking place, Gamescom not really, GDC not really, what I'm saying? So, with Summer Game Fest, Jeff Keighley jumping in where he can and taking advantage of the spotlight to really still shine light on games and really help establish himself, which is also dope to see. And then, of course, my question that I've been kind of alluding to with the whole AC Valhalla situation is, where's PlayStation? Where is it? Where is it? Like, we got the DualSense controller. That was amazing. That was super random. Where is the body? Where is your presence in next gen gaming? We know you got it coming out. You said it. You've had a whole presentation talking about the insides. It's almost as if they're just not ready for it. Like, Microsoft is like, we ready. But PlayStation's like, like, why the hesitancy? We need the PS5. That's all I can say. We need the PS5. We need more information. We need to see more games. We're looking forward to Spider-Man 2. Horizon may be a threequel, right? Or a trilogy. We're looking forward to Jedi Fallen Order 2. Like, what are we doing, PlayStation? Of course, that's the last one I said. The Star Wars game is not PlayStation exclusive, but you catch my drift. Like, where is it? We need it right now, man. We need it. Gaming news is so dry right now. Otherwise, man. Oh, Lord. Alrighty. And tech news. Galaxy Fold 2 may have a slightly cheaper price tag. And by that, it's probably like a couple $100 cheaper, which of course is good. It might be more closer to like $16 or $17.80 as opposed to the $19.80 price tag it had last year. It's supposed to be more full screen on when it's closed on the front, your outside screen, and then the inside screen is supposed to be more full screen as well because of moving the cameras to the back or possible in-display camera modules or something like that. So that's interesting there. Oh no, punch hole, my bad. Punch hole, this camera in I think the left corner of the Galaxy Fold when you unfold it. And then, improved cameras, of course, S Pen support. The Galaxy Fold 2 is going to be dope. I hope they just call it like the Galaxy Note Fold or something like that. Just make it, just combine the two because there's no need for a note phone anymore. Like, I understand, as I said in my no more note phones. The one exception to them making a phone this year is to put all the guts that they put in that they put in the S20 series into the Note, because of course the Note should have 120 hertz. Like, how does the S series beat the Note series to specific features like that? So it makes sense that if they did make one more, that's the reason. But next year for sure, like, there shouldn't be any more Notes, and or it is now the Fold line. And if the Fold is getting S Pen support, since they're calling it the S Pen, or maybe they don't. I mean, I know like their Galaxy books or whatever have an S Pen, or their Chromebooks or whatever have an S Pen, but it's not considered an S Pen. So that's the other thing to think about when it comes to what Samsung is doing with their devices. But that's supposed to be coming through soon in like the August time frame. And to stay on Samsung, they are updating everything. Like, the Note 10 series has gotten One UI 2.1 this month, and it's also receiving the May security patch. And May just started yesterday, and it was receiving that like starting Wednesday, Thursday. The S20 likewise has stayed updated throughout April, and also is receiving a May update. Now, the May update also is regionally specific, so like Europe in that area, it's not in the US quite yet, but nonetheless, they're getting it. The Tab S6 has received, or has started receiving, Android 10/One UI 2.1, but it's like the unlocked model, or again, region specific, before coming over to the US. But with all that being said, all these devices getting updates. The S10 series as well, getting updates. The T-Mobile variant Tab S6 still hasn't been updated. I've been sitting here refreshing, hitting that check for updates every single day, and have not received a thing. So I'm like, come on, man. And then I guess I just found out too recently that the Tab S6 is not Wi-Fi 6 capable, even though for some reason we all thought that. Like, I guess that was just misinformation or fake news. Like, when the Tab S6 first came out, people were saying like that's the first Wi-Fi 6 device that Samsung has put out, this, that, and the third, or whatever, or tablet they've put out, this, that, and the third. And I hooked it up to my new router. Nope. The Galaxy S20, yes, but the Tab S6, nope. So hopefully the Tab S7, which should hopefully also come with a better keyboard case setup, will have Wi-Fi 6, and hopefully that likewise has 120 hertz display, which is very likely considering they finally introduced a higher refresh rate with the phones. It makes all the more sense that whatever drops this coming August, or their next drop of devices, the Galaxy Fold most likely, and the Tab S7 should have 120 hertz high refresh rate. Like, it just makes sense now. It just makes sense. And in terms of anything else, not too much else I could think of. If you guys have been following the channel, I just got the 85mm Sony full frame lens. We actually just took it out for a spin yesterday in terms of photos. You guys know, like, my last two videos have featured the video quality of this, and I took it out for some photos, and man, it is good. My only thing I've had to deal with is just adjusting my position when shooting pictures, because it's such a punched in shot. Like, it's a semi telephoto, so or short telephoto. So when you think you are gauging your right distance, and then you look in, you're like, oh, I'm still too close. You got to back up some more. But outside of that, quality, bokeh, nice. So that's dope. And I also got a new Peak Design 20-liter bag. That if you guys watched my not mine, but Iconic Mods, if you guys caught our stream, it was like an interview. We hung out and chilled, and actually kind of showed it off a little bit. So that video is coming soon, as well as my new router video coming soon, and my new home tech tour video. It's 2.0. If you guys didn't catch the first one, check for it on the channel. But the 2.0 is just like some of the new tech we've got in home that you guys haven't seen since 2018, right? It's been that long. So I gotta try to do one once a year, especially if I update tech like that. But because we wait a long time before you update tech in the house, we want to make sure that it's a good time to do so. It makes sense. Have we used this tech long enough, or is there anything wrong with our current tech before we update? That's probably why it took about 2 years before dropping another home tech tour. And then, like as I said, I got a router, the Wi-Fi 6 router. I'm gonna be bringing you guys soon. And did I learn a lot about that as I was setting it up. So be on the lookout for that as well. In my peak design, what's in my camera bag, or what's in my tech bag 3.0, but technically it's like now it's considered a camera bag, but I'll probably just stick to the title, what's in my tech bag, or what's in my bag, whichever one, but it'll be 3.0, because a new bag and new setup. So look forward to that coming this week on the channel. Again, appreciate you guys' support. Appreciate you guys also coming through, watching the podcast. It's been slowly growing. I've even seen more people kind of watching it on the audio or listening to it on the audio side, which is amazing. So again, thank you for that. And thank you for the overall support. We've been growing a little faster since we've crossed the 2,000 subscriber threshold. So we're definitely on our way to 3,000. And I'm super uber excited for that. So again, if you guys haven't already, ignite that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you're interested in the visual podcast here or all my tech related videos. And hit that notification bell so that way you guys stay informed when I drop videos. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Vrsatile After Hours on the audio podcast side. So if you can't catch the visual, you can you can listen to the audio. If you can't listen to the audio, you want to catch the visuals, you got 2 options, baby. But your boy Vrsatile signing out, and until the next video, we're officially closed. By the way, how y'all like the ring light? I got it in the raised direction, you know what I'm saying? So, whoo.